In a quiet little town in Belgium, the epic battle for honor and glory is about to unfold. Zemst is once again the heart of Europe's biggest curling league. With 29 teams from 8 mighty nations, the competition is heating up on the coldest surface known to man. The stage is set for a historical new chapter. Watch the epic unfolding of the new season. Will the reigning champion dominate the series? Or will N19 rise up and revive old glory? Are the Tigers the dangerous outsiders? Or could it be the desperate housekeepers? We welcome hard sweeping power from the east, dazzling charm from the north, strategic battle plans from the south, and nerves of steel from the west. We're gonna see devastating duck duels and rock-solid wisdom from Steengoed. We may not have Canada's heroic Homan, Matt's badass stars and stripes, or a Swedish Viking princess like Anna. But our league forges its own legends. Meet the magician, Peekaboo Caro, the little general, Gatling Gun Tom, the GOAT, Mustache Man, and don't forget the Walter. We'll express our uncensored opinion. Celebrate only the very best of shots, and seduce you with our sweet voices. Because that is what we do. We simply love curling, and we are devoted to bring this exciting, roaring game out into the world.
What a play!
Hello, curling fans. Welcome into the wrap-up weekend of the winter round here in the Belgian Curling League. I'm John McClellan. Joining me, as always, Pim van Vlaanderen. We're excited to be here tonight, and we hope you guys are too. We've got some great curling action ready to go.
Yeah, and I mean, it felt like the Belgian Curling League is just flying. We're already in December, very close to Christmas, and the first half of the season is wrapping up. Some teams are already looking at promoting, relegation, that kind of stuff. But here in Ligue A, it's all about the prizes. If you win Ligue A, you get one spot in the potential season's finale, and if you win both of the halves, you get to be the champion, of course. But always a question who that team will be, although looking back at last couple of seasons, most of the time it was Team Verreycken. Not a surprise. They are our golden boys, basically. They are top-notch here in Belgium, and I don't see them getting beaten in the near future. Maybe tonight, but that will be a huge question mark.
Yeah, we have to see. I mean, I was here last night in the building setting stuff up for the weekend and got to watch them absolutely demolish Campina Ducks. I believe it was something like 15-1 through 7 ends. It was maybe not quite so bad, but it was pretty painful to watch.
Yeah, and that used to be the Belgian challenger for the national team, right? Team Campina against Team Verreycken. That was the battle in the challenges, but now it's already confirmed by the Belgian Federation. There will be no challenge for the national team for next season. They are already assigned national team because of their accomplishments. That goes without saying, of course.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Belgium, Team Verreycken, they won the European B division, so they are getting promoted to the A division next year. They get to play in the World Championships B level, which is a new kind of thing that they're doing next year. So, the BCA decided, let's reward these guys. They had a phenomenal tournament, undefeated throughout the whole thing. So they get to keep their place next year no matter what happens. So no challenges, which honestly I don't see going on right now anyway. There's more senior teams than full 4-man teams in the league. So
yeah, although it's already inspiring new people here in Belgium to kickstart curling, kind of pick up the sport, enter the league, and there is a new team, or apparently there's a rumor that a new team is joining the league after New Year's, called the Belgium Shrimps. They've already kind of announced themselves as the future potential national team, and they gathered some players. They even gathered enough players to form 2 teams. They didn't want to call themselves Shrimps A and Shrimps B because, well, that would assume there's an A team and a B team. So you have Shrimps 1 and Shrimps A joining the Belgian league. next season. I'm looking forward to see kind of new teams joining up every time again, because this league is also growing. I mean, top of the league team Verreycken, obviously they kind of completed all of the challenges, won all the prizes there is to win. I mean, they're off to another level, but here still in the Belgium league, a lot of stuff is happening. A lot of teams are still competing.
I mean, they are considered the final boss of this league. I mean, if it's like you may be able to beat everybody else, but until you beat them, you are still just playing for second place. So
That's
it
true.
is, they've got a big target square on their forehead. It's not, everybody's going to be counting for them, but right now they are just firing on all cylinders. They've given themselves little challenges to do each match, things to work on. So I was talking with Jeroen and Tour last night that their challenge this week is to work on 7-second or faster peel weights. So if they have to throw a peel, expect some rockets, expect some heaters coming down the ice, and I'm all for it. I love the faster the better.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I love how they still kind of see these matches as a challenge, and I hope Steengoed is able to give them some counterweight. Of course, both of their LSDs were pretty good. Steengoed is known to kind of do a lot of draws, make a little miss. I think the quote we also put on Steengoed is put all 16 stones in the house just to score 1 point. That is the kind of Steengoed type of play, and Team Verreycken, they are kind of the opposite, keeping things clean, keeping things under control. So you have two completely different strategies playing against each other, and we'll see how that will play out.
Yeah, Chris Trouds was just walking by and kind of shaking his finger like maybe things are going to be different. They are running a different order than they normally do. Same 4 guys, but it's like Chris is going to be leading off instead of Nils. Nils will be throwing second, Dirk third. Normally he throws last, but they're putting Wim in the 4th spot. They had good success earlier in the season throwing with this lineup, so they decided, well, let's stick with something that works, and hopefully that it does.
And makes sense. I mean, Wim was club champion last season. Dirk has never been club champion here at Curling Club Zems. So yeah, I mean, Dirk has to know his place in the team. I think sometimes he
gets a little big-headed sometimes.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he's the mustache, but Wim is Wim, of course.
Yes.
And Wim has that cool to just put stones in the house at the most crucial times.
Yep. Why don't we take a look at the standings while we've got some time? So obviously, Team Verreycken, 4 matches played, 4-1. They are sitting at 8 points. It's theirs to lose. Steengoed sitting in a strong second place. They do have that one draw, which against Grey Ducks, which could hurt them if they want to try to overtake Verreycken. They're going to need some help. Even if they win tonight and win the rest of their matches, they will still fall one short of Verreycken if they don't get another loss or a tie. So, there is still something to play for here. 3 teams tied up at 5 points. All with the same 2-1 record. So if they're playing for second, there's a lot of still things left to play for.
Yeah, definitely. I think in the battle against relegation, the Dinos and Turtles are confirmed to be last place, so they're probably relegated. And then you keep Verno in the shop because they will fight for that second to last position.
Yeah.
We already have a confirmed team promoting to A, and that will be a first of a kind. A Spanish team, Team Haricada, will be playing in Ligue A as of next season. They won their B group, so they will be
the automatic promotion. Yeah,
they have the automatic promotion. Yeah.
Yep.
And they will be representing a new country for the first time in Ligue A, namely Spain.
Yeah, Spain. Yeah, we've had France, Netherlands, and Belgium. Luxembourg was up there. Yep. So
now Spain.
Now we're adding Spain. So we're gonna have to rename this from the Belgian League.
So
I mean, it's like the European League in Belgium or something like that. I don't know. I'm not good with names.
Oh, and England, you forgot the UK.
Oh,
with Team
that's
Rees,
right.
yeah.
Team Rees was in A. So yeah, that's even more. So we're definitely gonna have to change the league. We're gonna have to talk with the BCA about that. But the other part of League B, our group, we're still fighting for it. Still 3 teams left with a chance to go up. Take out Tigers. We have a match on Sunday night. If we win, we go up. There's nothing. All the other matches don't mean anything. But there's still some implications. If we lose, there's still a chance. There's a lot of going around because we have beaten both the 2 other teams, Smerk and Sweep Child of Mine. So if either of those teams loses, they're kind of out. Even if we lose, we're out. So we're kind of rooting. There's another matchup tonight, Castile Herde against Smerk. So we're kind of rooting for Castile Herde to give us a little help, although we just want to win it to take care of it, but that will be Sunday night. You guys can watch that here on the channel. I will not be playing. I'm kind of nursing a little knee injury, so I'm going to be broadcasting and being highly critical of my teammates.
Yeah, he used to be the hero, but then he took an arrow in the knee, and now he he gets to sit here in the boots and criticize our team.
All right, looks like they are getting going, so we are going to make our final predictions. Those of you new here, we like to prognosticate and pick who gets to go. I am having a terrible season right now. Pim is leading 5-2. I have been poisoned for teams. I'm hoping not tonight, because although it would make things interesting, but
that would be the ultimate
ultimate test
that you have a curse on your neck.
I have to go with Team Verreycken. They ran through the Euro tournament. They've looked really strong in the matches they've played in the league. I think there's no other reason to not pick them. You'd be very hard pressed, other than I'm the curse. But let's find out. We'll know soon.
Yeah. And yeah, I mentioned to John earlier, as much as I like to counterpick and kind of try my odds, go for the underdog, in any kind of game I would, but in this, I mean, there is really so little argument to not pick Verreycken after the season they've played so far. So I'm going to do the lame pick and just go for Verreycken as well. Let's face it, I mean, there is no reason why anybody should doubt Verreycken not winning this game here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got the voting system. Oh, there it is. If you're on your phone or watching on TV, scan the QR, go to vote.curdia.tv, get your pick in before the completion of the fourth end, and this goes on to a season-long tally, and you can see how good you are or not. All right, so let's get out onto the ice. I think they've thrown a couple of stones. There we go.
Yeah, I think they're still pretty much in the beginning of the game.
We are going to figure out who has hammer, and it looks like Team Verreycken does have hammer, so I am correct here with my choice.
And immediately, for people that are doubting, wait a minute, why is Timo so small? What's wrong with the camera here? Well, this is not Timo, but this is Dan Ice Cold.
Yeah, Ace Cow translates to ice cold. It is the coolest name in sports.
Yeah. He is still a member of Team Verreycken. He just retired from the national team, but of course here in the Belgian League he is still part of the team and is skipping tonight. And good evening, Tim.
Hey, Tim, good to see you. Skips are mic'd up, however, of course my controller is being all wonky, so we'll sort this out in a moment. Yeah, really quiet out there. It's not picking up anything. Okay, got a hit coming in here. That's just going to tap that away. It stays in the center. Nice.
Watch out for the hacks there.
4 out of 4, yeah. The idea with the removable hacks is to take them out when you're going to the other ends, but
people don't tend to do that.
No.
They are removable though.
Looking to draw this one in, come in behind. I believe this is our first time seeing Steengoed on stream this season.
Yeah, indeed.
So interesting to see how this lineup, how this order will change. It's the same 4 guys. They have been playing together for years. They know each other quite well. They're one of the few teams that doesn't do any kind of timing or anything like that. They just figure out, well, you need to throw it there. And they just kind of know.
They just feel the stones, John. That's a different kind of skill. They sense how they
coming around. They're going to get this one buried. Does get half buried behind the tee. Exposed enough for Tour to come in and should be able to take this out, possibly even roll underneath. Good evening, Caro. Good to see you.
Good evening, Caro. Yeah, Caro was also together with the Belgian delegation in Finland. Still waiting to hear some of the super nice behind-the-scenes stories, stuff the regular press wouldn't know. But we at Kurdia, we have eyes and ears.
That one coming, staying a little bit wide. They wanted to freeze that one on top. Just taps the yellow a little bit further back. Yellow is still sitting shot, coming in with the, I think they want to tap and roll this one away. No, looks like it's going to be a draw. That's going to just come in.
What a surprise that Steengoed is going for a draw here.
I know.
A bit too heavy though.
A little bit on the heavy side. It leaves the pocket behind the tee. Oh, now it is Don's turn. Yep, they're not used to these positions. You know, Don usually throws lead, but with Timo not here, he's just slotting right into Timo's spot, taking over his skip.
Yep.
And nothing says muted here on our mic, so I bet it's the Windows update that happened yesterday. What a surprise. Now, Don doesn't get enough credit. He is one of the better all-around curlers here in Belgium. Plays lead very often, but you could throw him in at put him in at any slot in the rotation, and he will generally deliver you some good stones. This one staying just a little bit wide, but does tap in on top. Ooh, did they leave a double there?
They might have, yeah.
Yep, there's, well, not a complete double because this red will kind of jam over here, so not completely, but they do have some momentum to get rid of it.
Slightly outside the release.
Staying off of it, just watching it down. It's got plenty of weight, plenty of room outside the guard. And there it is, shoots off, gets rid of the one.
Red is still shot.
And Don looking, has hit and roll here, very nicely done, even a possible double. Tim, accidental mixed double setup. Yeah, Don is one of the better doubles players in Belgium, but he hates he dislikes the format. I don't want to say hate. He dislikes it, so it would be quite amusing if we started getting into a doubles setup here.
Funny thing is, he hates it because he says it's too much doing the same stuff.
Yeah,
that's why he prefers to play lead at Team Verreycken.
Trying to get this one to curl over. Want it to be just a little bit inside the nose if they wanted to roll, but a little bit out. We'll take the double. So
nice. Excellent double
stone
there
from Don. Oops. Red sitting behind the guard, but behind the tee line. So we see Nils setting up for that draw in. Try to freeze in on top of it. Although it's far enough behind the tee that a freeze would still leave an opportunity for Verreycken to come in on top.
And is Team Verreycken, do they have the hammer? Because on the scoreboard it says Steengoed has a hammer.
Then I am possibly off a stone from the startup, but...
Yeah, that's possible because Steengoed had two pretty good LSD, so it would be surprising for Verreycken to have the hammer here.
We'll find out. Counting stones, there are 5, 6. There's 6 of each. You now have to count stones here. Okay, red. So that's, yep. So we will just sort that out.
Immediately on the broom here, holding the line.
Oh, gets the hit, and oh, it's gonna peek out, roll out the other side. No, that's more than a peek. That's a full-on flash, but still sitting 3 in the house. Center shot stone is set up behind the tee line though, so plenty of room to draw in. Steengoed needs to decide: are they going to try taking stuff out of the house or just drawing it on top? Looks like they might be going for the draw option here.
Yeah, they do.
And actually, I shouldn't even have to ask that question if it's Steengoed. Waited quite a while to get on the sweep. Did they wait too long?
I
This
think
looks
so.
like it is dying, and that's going to crash onto the red guard. Will that tap it in? Ooh, I don't think so. Nope, did not push it in, so opportunity for Team Verreycken, get another one in behind that guard. Something above the tee line. Getting confirmation of the speed. Timo, and he's saying go Wim. He's having he's got a little mixed. Gotta have mixed feelings about this match. Oh, this one is heavy. That one's gonna go through. Nils just kind of escorting it out the back. Rare miss from Jeroen. So opportunity for Steengoed here. Wim wanting to show his open doubles partner what he can do. Draw this one in. Take one. Timo has a screen but no sound, so we can say anything we want about him, and he can't hear it.
He has no sound because of where he is. Maybe he's at the theater.
This one looking good, wanting to make sure. Is it going to curl over enough? Needs to get full 4 foot.
I think just too short.
Oh, just got it, I think.
No, I think just too short. Although it's hard to see.
I think they just got it, so picking it away. So that is going to be 1 for
Steengoed,
one for Steengoed. So
really nice. I mean, that was a draw challenge, Wim versus Jeroen, and well, you don't want to get mixed in a draw challenge against Steengoed because this is exactly what Steengoed is known to like.
Arrow asking, where is Draw King Jeroen? I don't know. Maybe I really am poison.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. This is not the Jeroen we know.
Right, Chris will be starting things off here in end number 2 for Steengoed. Let's just go ahead and assume a center guard. This one coming into the house and settling right on the pin. A fantastic stone there. That's
Yeah, although
right
if
there.
they were going for a guards,
I think they brought the first that they brought it into the house. So, but I think that might have actually just been too far. Just going for the hit here, wanting to roll this one away to the side. That is going to catch just off the nose. Trickles just a little bit, but it's what they wanted to do.
yeah, Tom still in the running to win the Belgian Cup in curling together with Mats.
And I forget who they're playing with. I think it's Matt's wife and one of her friends.
Yeah, it's Carla, Mats' wife, and then Sarah, Tom's girlfriend. And Jeroen played with Vanina in the Belgian Cup.
Yes. Here we get the hits and the roll out to the side as requested. We really do need to go out and check the mics, but I think it's something in here.
Yeah, because we don't pick up the on-ice mics as well. Although
No, we're getting the on-ice mics.
Yeah. Are they plugged in here?
Yeah, everything's plugged in, connected. I'm not seeing anything in the audio, so that's what tells me something has changed on Windows. All right, Team Verreycken opting to leave that yellow in the house. Going to bring over corner guard, but I think this might have just trickled in. Might be biting, might not.
I feel like it's biting. I feel like it casts a little bit of shadow on the 12 foot. Always hard to tell with the camera angle.
Yep. Steengoed opting to leave it there, so it might not be biting. Maybe if it's in, they would probably take it out, but I think they're going to try to use it to their advantage, come in behind it.
Yep.
Sweepers leaving this one be, now calling for it, trying to make sure it keeps the line. Oh, maybe they waited a little bit too long again, and I think that's going to clip it. Yep, that's going to get on the side of the red. We'll tap it in and settle down in the middle. All right, now they're going to opt for getting rid of this yellow in the house. Could even roll back over to the middle, but I think that's a long roll. Don't think they'd mind having it sit on the side of the house. Yeah, they don't have hammer, so probably want to sit that over there.
They do have hammer.
Sorry, they do have hammer, so they don't want to come into the middle yet. Yes, that's... It feels like I haven't cast a match in a while, and that's probably because that's true. We haven't been on the air in a bit, so a little bit rusty. We'll get there. Couple of options here for Steengoed. Come around behind their own guard. If it curls a little bit too much, can tap it back and still leave a guard. So plenty of room. Trying to get this one to curl over. I mean, it's one of those paths that just doesn't fall enough. Doesn't move enough, and yeah, that one is kind of hanging around, so might have been quite wide of the broom. Now an easy easy in quotes hit and roll here for Tour. Nails with his disappointed face.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good disappointed face, to be honest. It's
It was.
we could get some like animated emojis or emotes. That would definitely be one. That's gonna get the hit. Will that roll over enough? No, it does not. Now
No disappointment phase on
no,
Tour.
yeah, Tour. But that was the one thing I noticed when I got to watch a couple of the matches at the Europeans, and then I even talking with Tour and Jeroen last night, that they said that was the one thing that they've noticed from different previous years was that they felt more relaxed throughout the whole match. No matter what was going on, they were able to kind of stay focused, stay calm. And I mean, it helps when just about every match they were in, they started out really strong, so they didn't have to worry about coming from behind. But you know, there were still some tight spots. That's a great shot.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I think Team Verreycken will go for this double takeout. But yeah, I think it still helps to be able to master your emotions and stay calm, stay relaxed, even when things are close and tight. The higher you go up into the skill level A-League, the more of these super close games you're gonna face. And I think curling is underestimated as being a mental battle at some point.
Absolutely. Right away, calling for a curl, trying to get this over. Going to get the top, but misses over. Where's that one going to slide off to? Just stays outside the house. Might have done a little Swedish curl back towards the rings, but I don't believe it got there.
Yeah, what do you do now? I mean, the guards could be tricky.
I like splitting the house here.
Yeah.
Hitting it, just rolling somewhere, staying over the edge. This will allow them to force Verreycken for one if they can manage this correctly. This one is wide though. That's going to take out the wrong red stone.
Yeah, also not what they hoped to get out of this stone here. And to add to our collection of disappointing faces.
Yeah, Dirk is never one to hide his emotions out on the ice. Calling them off. Looks like this one should be all right. Probably not going to get the roll they wanted, but still gets rid of it.
Yeah, and it's
and
nice.
There is a double there, but does that really help Steengoed? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think if you're Steengoed, you're looking at damage control kind of options at this point. Not really easy to just try and draw around, do a come around, and try to defend that. Putting up a guard is maybe too late in the game since you only have 2 stones, so that leaves basically the damage control option there.
Yeah, you see that with the broom. There's a possibility. There's a double there. It's not as simple as it looks just because of the stagger, but yeah, I don't think Dirk really likes that one or Wim really likes that one, so they are going to just play away that first one. This one is going to be just inside the nose, so will that stick around? No, that one slides out as well. They really needed that one to stay in the ring, so they had a chance for limiting the damage, but...
And the way it looks right now is Team Verreycken might score 3 on their hammer.
Somebody is watching us on a slight delay in the cafeteria.
Yep.
I can hear my own voice, and I don't like it. No, sir, not one bit.
It's always strange to hear your own voice.
It does. It took me quite a while once we started editing these videos and getting clips of watching it back and not being just absolutely disgusted by the sound of my own voice. This one settling right there on the pin.
It gives a little bit of options to do, I think, a freeze or a hit and roll. A freeze would be the better option. Put something in front of it. I think if you put something in front of it, right, its second shots, it's hard to take out, and it takes away the 2 stones and the 12 foot. So I think a freeze up against it, or at least a stone in front of it, would be the call to make. Plan B is roll behind that quote-unquote corner guard, but probably a freeze is the better option here. Not an easy one, though.
They are looking like they're playing for the hit and roll. The way he's setting up the broom there. It could potentially be a draw to the wing, but that wouldn't make much sense to leave that one there because then they'd still be drawing for 2. So this one, you get rid of the one out of the house. At least one of them. Try to sit shot. This one's was burned. Oh, no.
Oh, no. And now it leaves an open draw for 4 here.
Yep. The hardest shot in curling, the open house.
Oof, that's even worse than worst. And for Draw King Rune, it is an opportunity here to get redemption.
So final stone here in end number 2. Team Verreycken looking to score 4. They hung a lot of big numbers on the board last night, and they're looking to continue that this evening. That one is coming in nicely, and that will settle in right there in the 4 foot, and that is a big score of 4.
Yeah, I kind of didn't expect Steengoed to burn a stone like that. I mean, they still had a chance, but now they're facing a number 4 on the scoreboards. Still early in the game, of course, but yeah, you know, against a team like Verreycken, you are going to get a lot of presents.
There you go. Don't forget to cast your vote for what you think is going to happen in this match. It's a new system where we've been testing it out off and on so far this season, trying to see how it works. I think we'll bring it in full play next season. Maybe try to put a prize up, a season-long prize for the viewers out there.
Oh yeah, then we can have rankings with people with their names on.
Yep. Okay, so Tom will be starting things off here for Team Verreycken end number 1. They lead it 4-1. Strong end there from Team Verreycken. Unfortunate burned stone on the last for Steengoed. I'm going to see if I can't take a peek at what's going on in the other matches, because those are important to us as well. Ooh, that one quite deep. Discovering it's kind of hard to see what's going on in the other ones with my thinking glasses on. These are not my seeing glasses. They just finished an end number 2 on sheet C, so I'm going to post a score to see what that one is.
I felt like it was another steal for the Foxes. I think the Foxes had 2 in the first end, and I think they stole 2 in the second. Not entirely sure about that. Arctic Foxes, they had some extra training in the past few days and this week just to be able to get ready for their final 2 games against Ramstein and Wipe My Ass. They could not afford losing both games. That would mean relegation from the B group. That was something they truly wanted to avoid. I think they already won against Wipe My Ass yesterday.
Yes. Quite, I think it was 11-7 in favor of Wipe My Ass. For Arctic Foxes, Wipe My Ass decided to shake hands after 7, even though they were down by 4 with the hammer. It's a tough stretch, but they always had the chance and opted, no, we're thirsty, let's go in and get a beer.
Yeah.
This one quite wide. Not really going to have enough time to, or not going to curl around where they want it to. We'll settle in right at the top of the 4-foot.
And not your typical build-up so far with the lead stones.
No. Tom a little bit heavy on his draws, came out, went deep in the house instead of coming in just above. And I'm sure when John Blythe, their coach, watches this playback, he will have some notes.
And we still haven't figured out where Timo is. A place where he can watch, but he can't put on his sound.
That is going to get the hit and the roll over. Well done. I'm sure they would have liked that one to come in behind the guard, but can't be too picky about that. It is gone. Leaves the middle open, which they don't want. Remember who has the hammer. Christoph, good to have you. Good to see you again. Yeah, tuning in just for Team Verreycken to put up a big number on the board. Continuing where they left off last night against Campina Ducks. They put up quite a lot of big numbers, 3s and 4s on the scoreboard. This one coming up a little bit light. Ends up short of the house. I wanted this one behind the guard. Leaves something for Tour to come in behind. That is how they are setting up. Trying to make sure, let this one start to curl. It's just kind of hanging on that line. It doesn't seem to really want to move much over on that side of the center line coming this way. Very late, but still not quite very deep. It's still not behind the guard where they wanted it. So hit and roll opportunity here for Steengoed. And they need to get this one. I think if they're going to stay in this match, they need to score points here on their hammer. Calling him off. This one feels wide. There's not a lot of curl here, so it's going to have to come over. Opting to leave the sweep, so that's going to roll to the outside. Should crash onto the red, so it doesn't go out of the house. Does his shot, but that is fully exposed.
Yeah, so far good opportunities here for Team Verreycken to make sure Steengoed cannot get some hammer efficiency here. And it was mentioned before that B sheet was hard to play. It's quite straight unless you're close to the center line, but like further down the center line, it's pretty straight, hard to do good come around.
Yeah, Jeroen mentioned that last night when we said they were being broadcast. He said he was not excited to play on this sheet. Fortunately, they will be doing a flood over the Christmas break, trying to level things out again and get things going. This will hit, but does stay out as well. Oh, but jams on the back, so...
Yeah, and it is sitting hard to tell. Is it second shot? No, or third shots? Maybe even fourth.
Yeah, it's really close. I would say third from this camera angle, but we all know how the camera adds 10 pounds, so...
Yeah.
Can't be quite certain. This one's light. This one's going to come up well short of the house. Mills skip sweeping. We love it. Is it going to help though? No, not enough. Comes up light, leaves another center guard.
Man. Steengoed can try and draw to the pin. They can even tap off their own redstone to come to the pin if it doesn't curl enough.
That might be the only saving grace they've got, is that none of those stones are overlapping and they're all theirs, so they do have paths into the pin. I think from the side that they're looking at, Verreykken's looking at coming in now, we know it's not curling that much, so they're just going to want to try to get something, you know, just coming in behind that. I'm not sure how easy that's going to be. But if they can get anything behind that yellow guard, it will kind of take away a direct takeout.
Yeah. Sweeping for curl here. See if they can find just enough curl to get a stone behind those yellow guards.
I mean, to be honest, it almost looks like it's going opposite from the curl. Now it starts to move, but that looked like it just kept going further and further outside. And gets it half buried, but it is behind. Ooh, that little Swedish curl at the end gave it a little bit more behind. But does end up behind the T-line.
Well, it forces Steengoed to come up with a similar draw. And if not, it also kind of reduces the scoring area for Steengoed to score a lot of points. So from those arguments, it's still a pretty good stone. Missed Dirk's slide out, of course.
Yeah, you have to be on the go. It's quick. That one just staying outside. Is it going to get enough of a chip? And it's going to miss the chip and settle in and stays outside, so drops into second slot.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, second slot. Done opting to take it out. They have to look at what are the consequences of trying to take it out. They can just also draw up against it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, even with a hit and roll, they're not going to be able to get very far above or even covered. It's going to be very tough. They'd probably end up pushing this one back, which isn't the end of the world because that will jam on the red or the yellow back there and would basically take out everything in the house.
Yeah, I think they are shot stone right now, so even with a draw top 4, they would sit pretty strong.
Going for the hit. I want this one to be very close, very tight to that guard. Looks like it is. That's going to hit nicely. Jams and rolls over. That's
just
perfect.
Beautiful.
Just perfect.
Yeah.
4 out of 4, no notes.
Why go for the easy boring stone when you can throw stones like this?
This is why he is the Curtia legend.
Yes. Yeah, that was just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Now, I'm a little surprised Steengoed is opting for the draw here and not trying to tap their guard back. Maybe they are, but I think they're playing a little bit wide for that. Christoph saying it seems to be it was a nice shot. It seems to be easier than to come around. Yeah, this angle or this direction on the ice, we're just not seeing a lot. Or you play in off like that.
Yeah, that could work. I mean, it is sitting second shot, and it can be bumped back just a bit.
Yeah, is there a peak? Ooh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. So what does Verreycken do? Looks like they're going to opt for a guard here. I wouldn't hate a guard right there either, to be honest. That would take away the run back because I don't know if there's enough curl for it to for them to.
Yeah, but the question is, will the run back give Steengoed 2 points? I'm not sure, to be honest. With that second redstone sitting there as well.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You'd have to come back with a lot more weight.
But they're just locked in, the 2 red ones. And the first one will never go, so a run back will never give Steengoed 2 points.
But at this point, they don't even have 1, so they would need to do something. Plugging up this hole isn't the worst strategy.
Yeah, it kind of leaves Steengoed with only one option, that is doing this run back now just to tap the second shot stone in a shot position, I guess. I mean, you have to come shots.
Yeah.
And there is no draw option to come shot. The only option you have is by promoting one of those stones in the center.
And if they try running this center one back, I don't think they can hit this one hard enough to where both of those reds go away and yellow sits down, because that yellow will just shoot off as well.
Yeah, you have to accept that the red shot stone will always stick in that position. So you just have to make sure you get a stone closer to the pin.
My drawing not so straight. There is this one way out here that there is a straighter line than that, but that is still like so risky that if they end up pitching on their own yellow, they could end up spilling it and then giving up 3. So I think their own real option is tapping this yellow one back onto here and then just to get it into shot position.
Yeah. The only risk they have is if it fails, because the angles aren't good, they might just give up 2 instead of giving up 1. But yeah, I mean, with the scoreboard 4-1, they cannot allow Team Verreycken to steal. I think you have to go for these hard shots even to just score 1. If not, you're just going to melt away any slight chance of...
Yeah, they are looking at this one here, you know, a thick hit here. It's going to have to be an absolute bullet to get over there to hit that, to have the flat enough trajectory to get over on top of those reds. But, you know, what do you have to lose?
Yep.
You know, at the very worst, maybe it's not flat enough, but it still takes away one of the shot red.
Well, if this works, this could be shot of the match.
Well, 100%. Fingers on the trigger. It's got a chance. There's the hit, and does it roll over flat enough? Get over there.
Ooh.
Oh,
Just
wow.
died.
Wow,
Oh.
what an effort.
Yeah.
That was a crazy
This
good
deserved
shot.
more.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
deserved more.
I'm 100. That's going on the highlight reel. You guys are going to see this very soon. That is a steal of 1 for Team Verreycken, though, but what an attempt there.
It was just slightly harder.
Yeah, that's, I mean, you don't get much better. It had the right angle, it hit the right spot. It just needed to be slightly harder. Maybe if they had gone with the clockwise turn instead of anti-clockwise, it could have geared off a little bit, but that might have also made it take a little bit like more angled route. But great effort there from Wim.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain even the Verreycken guys would be applauding that attempt.
Yes, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's the thing with curling. If your opponent makes a great stone, everybody just appreciates pretty good stones.
All right. Get your vote in. Voting will be closed at the completion of this end. Team Verreycken looking in control so far, but Steengoed showing they're not going to go out without a fight. This one coming in top of the house. Fairly certain that's where they wanted it, so. They still haven't updated the scoreboard on sheet C. I keep checking over there. It's like, did they put up the number yet? Oh, they finally did. It was a steal of 2.
Yeah. So Fox is leading 4-0 over Ramstein. Ramstein, I think they haven't won a single game this season.
No, they have been struggling. Castelhera leading Smerik Lokse 2-0 in the third, and Arctic Foxes lead Ramstein 4-0 in the third as well. Meanwhile, we are here in the... Oh, sorry, they just put up another scoring update over there. It's got that going. It is now 6-0, another steal of 2 for the Arctic Foxes, so they're starting the fourth end, leading 6-0 over Ramstein.
Yeah, Ramstein, I mean, they have been in the Belgian League for quite a long time. Even they're one of these pre-COVID teams. And
however, they have seen many members come and go.
Yep.
It's sort of like, I'm trying to think of a band that had that kind of thing where the band has been around forever, but none of the original members are still there. And I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm sure somebody out there could remember. Nice little split there from Tom. Yep, there you go. And for those of you not Belgian out there watching, that is a girl pop band here in Belgium. Generally aimed towards like younger kids.
yeah, it was supposed to be the Belgian Spice Girls, but then their audience was more younger girls, and then they reverted to their audience, became this what is 10-year-old girly bands.
Yes. Well, that one carries through, so Don looking at his options, what do we do? Sometimes you've got too many good options out there.
I wonder what will happen with the leagues next season. I've heard rumors that League B, which is now split up in 2 groups, will merge into 1 group again, and it will be 1A, 1B, 2Cs, and 1D. That's the latest version I've heard.
I've heard so many different things. I don't even know, but I don't think that the BCA even knows yet. They kind of have to wait until they have teams that said, hey, yeah, we're going to sign up. But, you know, until they officially register and they have the final numbers, they won't be able to make a final determination, but I think Dirk has some ideas going around in his head.
Yeah, it's highly dependent on the amount of signups, of course.
Yeah, with the 2 new Belgian Shrimps teams, that's 2 more starter teams that will need to be introduced into the league. We know we had some interest when the Takeout Tigers went to Denmark, or to Hamburg for the tournament we played at this year. There, that teams were saying they were interested in coming out and joining from the Hamburg area, from Denmark. There were a couple of teams that sounded interested because they found out that, hey, it's only like a 2-weekend commitment each half of the season, so might be possible for them. So who knows? We could add yet another country to the list.
Yeah.
Hello. Good to have you, and glad you enjoy the Friday entertainment. It feels like forever since we've done a broadcast. It has been a few weeks. And Tim said we might add Portugal one day. Well, yeah, get a team and come up here.
Portugal is always welcome. We could have the Iberian face-off with the Spanish team Harigada versus the Portugal team.
Wim indicating this one is a bit on the heavier side. Is that going to curl over? Not so sure. There it starts to go. Oh, there we go. It's going to get it. Not quite over the nose that they wanted, but does get on it. Not really sure that qualifies as too heavy.
Yeah, Niels apologizing. So, by their standards, they expected more from this stone.
Got an update over on sheet A. The Castile here with another steal of 2, so they lead at 4-0 over Smerglokske in the 4th. So Christoph taking what he learned as the alternate from Team Verreycken at the Europeans to teach his team a thing or two, and really putting it to Smerglokske. Hey, the more the merrier, Christoph. We'd love to have you guys up from Italy. That would be something. I mean, we're really getting to the point where we have to give it a different name.
Yeah, maybe that's even more appealing to teams out there, that they know, well, this is not just a Belgium league. This is, let's say, some kind of European sub-championship or whatever.
If we can only get Adine and Anna Hasselborg and Bruce Moat and them to drop Rock League. Come on over here. You know, this is way more fun. No, I'm actually looking forward to seeing what they do with Rock League. Just announced all of the rosters and where they're going to be playing this year and the events. So it's going to be quite an interesting experience, I think. Trying to get some new eyes, take advantage of the Olympic push that always happens with curling every 4 years, and see if they can't get some new fans involved. And so far, I liked what they've done with the Grand Slams of curling, the different rule changes, like so no extra end. Let's have they just have the LSDs afterwards.
Whoa, and this apparently is totally off.
Quite wide, yes. But not quite. Well, maybe if they had swept it from the beginning, they could have gotten a chip, but that is just not even heavy enough, so
Yeah, going for this double takeout here, I guess. I think Jeroen definitely.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeroen, don't hit the camera, please. Still shaking his head.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing with curling. You have this minute in between rocks, so you get to replay your failure in your head over and over and over.
I remember at Kitzbühel we wanted to put the stream up on the big screen in the arena, but that would allow them to replay their over and over and over again on the big screen and not just in their head. This one trying to hold it on.
Good work.
Going to get one and roll over. Oh, just a little bit too much curl there. Got a little bit too close to the nose.
Retry here for Mustache Man. One of the few players with his own Wikipedia page. I don't know if Timo Verreycken has a Wikipedia page, but Dirk for sure has.
One of the few Belgian curlers to have.
Oh yes, yes, of course.
There's plenty of
Obviously,
people who have Wikipedia pages.
Yeah.
This one curling over, that's going to settle down. That's what they originally wanted.
Yep. A whole lot better.
So it takes away that run back. Caro saying that Timo does have one.
And is it updated? Does it mention the European B Division Championship?
I'm sure Timo has updated it.
Yeah.
They tend to frown on that, though, when you put your own information up there.
Well, if I would have won the European Championship, I wouldn't frown that. I would just put it up there.
Now, if you have the correct sources, I can't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, that's true.
And looks to be plenty around the guard. Will that curl over enough, though? I'm not so sure that's going to get there. Actually might be a little bit heavy, so the Draw King has left the building again.
Yeah. Yeah, Annick, she visited Caro today, and Caro had a little shopping list of things to bring along, and cheese was on the list, so I guess the Gruyere is already already eaten in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, Gary Herman's left his cheese in the refrigerator here at the clubhouse, and I saw that. Like, it seems like the cheese slices have gotten smaller, or maybe it's just a smaller wedge for B than you get for A. Who knows? It used to be like almost like a quarter of a wheel of cheese, if I remember from the early days. But
Yeah.
but that could also be me Sorry, let's DJ turn off the scratch feature. Thank you. So it could be me misremembering.
They actually have gotten smaller, according to Inge.
Yeah.
And Caro said, well, they haven't touched the Gruyere. It's still fully sealed in the fridge. I mean,
What's the plan with the cheese, Caro? Are you going to keep it in that plastic forever? Because as long as you do, it shouldn't mold. It shouldn't go bad. So it should be okay. Mount it on your wall. Make a big trophy case for it. Trying to get this one down, get it behind the guard, get it better than that red. Is that going to come in?
no, it just sticks around in the 8-foot there, and ends up being a fourth shot.
They could still tap that back.
They're still figuring out a good plan for cheese. Maybe I'm not going to
Wait,
shame
wait,
cheese
wait,
for
wait,
too
wait,
long.
wait, wait. There we go. Let me help him out here.
Yeah.
Yes, there are many people in the league who are not exactly happy that we have cameras up high.
Yeah.
They do not want to see what's going on. I can't see it in the mirror, so it's not happening.
Yeah, that's why we've started calling Frank, Father Frank.
Father Frank, yes.
Yeah, we should run a poll on our socials. What do Karo and Jeroen, what should they do with their cheese? The
yeah.
most creative option gets its own story.
Would be a non-binding vote, of course. They wouldn't
Yeah.
actually have to do it, but if they really wanted to break the internet or win the internet.
I mean, it's clear they're still looking for inspiration here, so that's
Sure.
a potential call out.
Yep, they haven't chosen yet.
What do other people do with their cheeses? I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I forgot what Rob Reckless when England he led England to the B victory. I forgot. He said, and I can't remember what they did. They might have eaten it. Maybe had a big fondue. Trying to get this one around. It's gonna clear the yellow. Will that have enough to kind of get into a counting spot? No, that's just gonna get into second. Oh, that's a tough word for me to say. Hij heeft die stukjes ingevroren. Jeez, the G-R-O-R, that's so he cut it up into pieces?
Yes, and then froze the little pieces.
And froze them?
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, I think if I'm getting one of those cheeses, I'm trying to eat it all in one go. I'm not lactose intolerant, but I probably would be after a time I'm done. Hammerstone here in the fourth for Steengoed. They are trying to score 2. They're sitting 1. Will they be able to get around that yellow or even tap? This one is definitely wide enough, but will it settle down in time?
They cannot score 2. That is against the rule of having a billion stones in play just to score 1.
Yep, that is the ethos, and just a little bit too much. So that is just 1 for Steengoed. All right, and I believe that closes the vote. So if you didn't get your vote in, what are you doing with your life?
Curling team wipe my ass. Not here in person, but they are here in spirit.
Yep. They're the only ones who bring decorations and the fans go, actually come and cheer and root. So are they taking a break or are we going straight into it? Looks like we're going straight into it.
I think so. Yeah, at some point Team Verreycken, they should have their own team branding. I think every professional team, they have some sort of team branding.
I mean, yep.
Like
We know a couple of designers might be able to come up with something for them. But hey, that didn't switch. There we go. Oh, what are we doing? There we go. Chris leading things off here in end number 5. Verreycken leads Steengoed 5-2. Verreycken will have the hammer in this end. This one feels like it's going to be right there. It's going to over curl off the center line. Maybe. I can't quite see the center line. Yeah, Center line kind of blends in with the ice at this point. So we need to tell them next year when they do the ice, when they do the... Oh, okay, it's nowhere near the center line. Oh, yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah,
It does blend in.
Yeah, even the Zoom can't see it. So it's not just me being out of touch. So we definitely need to have them update the center line for the cameras, that we get a nice thick center line that we can see. This one curling in behind gets buried nicely. Good opener from Tom. Kind of forces Steengoed over onto this less curly side. See, when it comes over there, sometimes it hangs up, so. Sweeper staying off it. It started to go. I think it's going to catch the guard.
Yeah.
Yep. That's that trick if it's not on the right line. Might have been just a little bit light, too. Might have needed to sweep that. Tap the yellow one into the house, so now Verreycken can get rid of it. They can cover up their own. They can come in behind that yellow guard. Yeah, I think that's something we should have them do, Tim, is I've been noticing it on the Grand Slam of Curling broadcasts and even some of the Olympic trials, that they've got two lines there, but they can really make it thick and you can see it, but it's the gap in the middle that counts as the center line. At least I think that's how it works. Because I'm sure there has to be a rule about how big the center line, the maximum it can be.
Yeah, because technically the center line is just as thin as it can be, being the center line. But I'm not sure if the center line has a width.
Oh, that's perfect. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hits, takes out the yellow, rolls in behind the guard.
Max 13 millimeter.
Yeah. See, when you have people associated with World Curling in your chat, they
That
can
helps.
usually tell you the lines.
Yeah, yeah.
13 millimeters. So we've got a string out there that's probably 3. So I think we can, we'll have to recommend. Maybe we can get him to do nice Curdy, a pink one straight down the middle.
Oh, yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah, that could be kind of a good topic, to have some more Curdia branding in ice.
Ooh, yeah. They might charge us money for that. And then,
well, then we're bankrupt.
so then we need you guys to support us. If you want to see our logo, like, say, on the T line, that would be kind of neat.
That would be nice, yeah.
Get a membership, go to the shop, buy some shirts. Ooh. That's going to tick 1 and 2.
Excellent double there.
Doesn't quite get that first one out of the way, but I like it. And somebody's throwing things here in the ice. They're not very happy. I think they're taking a break on sheet A, but they did not put the score up yet, so.
Yeah, the hog line is also a nice place.
Yeah.
You can make the hog line nice and thick.
Yeah, is there a maximum size of the hog line?
I've seen hog lines thick enough to just have some text in them.
Ooh, you know what we could do? Also give them Curdia logos as the mixed double spots.
Oh, yeah.
Just in different colors.
Yeah.
Aha.
So many options.
So many options. We've got so many things. I've jokingly thought of Tim of learning as a programmer, I'm learning the APIs of the cameras so that I could sort of create some sort of virtual branding system so we can cover up all of the ads on the side of the houses, or on the side of the side walls with our own advertising spots. But I feel like that wouldn't be so nice. The hog line is actually defined with a specific width of 102 millimeters, not a maximum width. Okay. I think that works. I think Curdia would still show up pretty well.
Yep.
No, I don't think they would like be covering up the sponsors either. Plus, it also feels like that's going to be a lot of work for, and it probably have some weird green screening effects that I can't foresee at this moment. So, gets
excellent.
rid of both of them. Chris drawing, playing guard there, but I'm sure we'll have a camera angle of it. So, or maybe we'll mark it down anyway. But great stone there from Tur. Now, is this is biting. That's got to be biting. Over there on the left side. So,
back to square one here for Steengoed. No more build-up. Looking for options to steal.
coming down. Is that going to have enough to get tucked in behind that red? No, I think it's going to be just a little bit light. Freezes up against the side. But
yeah, it's a nice freeze, but it's exposed well enough for Team Verreycken to deal with it, so it doesn't really pose a threat so far.
We do have scoring updates from Sheet A. Castelhera stole another one to lead 5-0 at the intermission over Smerig Luxke. And Ramstein gets on the board with one as they trail Arctic Foxes 6-1. I just noticed that Christoph from Castelhera is wearing his Belgium shirt, so of course that's why they're doing so well. Don setting up for this hit here. And honestly, I don't think Verreycken really minds if they lose the red as well. But obviously, I think they'd like to have that clean pick and then sit over there in the corner. Tier indicating it's a little bit heavy. We're starting to sweep for curl, now trying to hold the line. Should be enough by the guard and does picks it clean. Just Don showing how he is just that all-around type player. Picks it nicely, slides over. I mean, what more can you ask for? Steengoed there, that hurts. I mean, what do you do when they can keep throwing stones like that?
And it's even an extra red stone in the house, so if you can't find that cover, I mean, the scoring potential of Team Verreycken will just increase.
Trying to get this is also light. Yeah, I think that's going to come in over the top if it even gets to the house at all. Yeah, I think that's just going to end up kind of frozen up against that pile if it gets there and doesn't even do that. So,
well, they're out of easy options, so don't want to be too harsh on them. But it's not looking too great for Steengoed at this point.
No, might already be thinking about the Steengoed bottle of wine that they brought in. They were showing you, I saw before the match during the warm-ups. I'm going for another hit here, going with the anti-clockwise hit, trying to get off the... Ooh, that's going to catch on the red, but it does roll away, doesn't cause any further damage, so this gets rid of a guard.
Yeah, gets rid of a guard, but then also puts another guard in place. So Steengoed is going to say, well, let's see if we can get something behind that red corner guards and work from there.
This one needs to get around behind here, the right color here. So they need to get this around over here. They don't want to leave it, or even up here would be okay, but they don't want to get it to the point where there's a double out for Verreycken off their own yellow. I'm not sure this one has the legs to get where they need it to go.
I feel it light.
Reapers jumped on it from the start, so maybe they can get it there, but this one is going to over curl and tap on the red, so Steengoed just seems to have lost their draw weight at the moment. Not a whole lot interesting out there for Verreycken to do with like cleaning stuff up, so why not come in behind it?
Yeah, they're already sitting shot and second shot. A little team discussion right now. And they don't want to give Steengoed a lot of opportunities to potentially draw something in there.
Yeah, they do have an option of peeling this one off.
You're coming back again.
There is a thinking clock on this match, as it is in the A level, but I do not know.
I don't think somebody's
Oh, actually,
timing.
no, that's true. There isn't one. That's right, yeah. Dirk probably would have done it, except he's playing, so... And I forgot, I moved the screen out of our way. Dirk had it here next to our stuff, and I kind of moved it out of the way, and I was thinking, oh yeah, somebody took it and set it up, but right, there is nobody here.
Yeah. Well, I think Verreycken Steengoed is a game where normally there should not be an issue on thinking time. Caro was supposed to be timing tonight.
Oh.
But she is excused.
Hedges on their own, peels out the yellow, and then rolls in behind. So setting up a guard there for... I'm not quite sure how I'd score that. I think I have to give that a 0.
Yeah,
Sometimes
how are the stats working out so far?
Well, let's take a look. Let's see what Wim's stats are for the match. 54% on his draws. He hasn't thrown any hits tonight, so 54% in total. I may have missed a stone or two, so... This is a new system I'm trying out. We're trying to see if we can add a little bit more dimensions to how we present this stuff. It's always interesting to see, you know, especially in a close match, or if we have the stats to kind of back up our narrative. We say, yeah, they've been off for this or that, but I feel like, let's see, this is the 5th end. He should have thrown 9 stones, so yeah, I probably missed a couple of stones in the first end. Looking for a hit and roll off of these 2 reds. It gets the hit and
decent.
a roll,
Oh.
and just a little bit too far.
I mean, same as the previous stone, like 2 ends ago, this is a very, very decent stone in terms of execution. 95% accurate, but just not accurate enough to be on the safe side of things. And Team Verreycken will just punish that.
Yeah, he has thrown a hit, and it didn't count it because we had that hit and roll in that he just missed scoring on, and I know I counted that as a hit. So going to have to check my statistics. There comes Jeroen with the hammer. going for a hit and stick here. Or at least hit and rolls away, and that will be 2 for Team Verreycken. Increasing their lead 7-2. Tim suggesting if you have 0 throws of a certain type, show it as a dash instead of a 0. Yeah, I went back and forth on that, and I wasn't sure, and I thought, well, maybe it's...
Yeah, I think it makes
but
sense.
I think that does make sense.
I
Yeah,
mean,
there isn't...
Yeah. Having
So.
5 flashes of 5 takeouts, that is a 0%, but not taking any takeouts, that's a dash. I think that makes sense.
Yep. I think that's... I will look into that for sure. That's a pretty easy fix. Worst words ever said in software development.
Oh,
though.
but that's an easy fix.
That's an easy fix.
I'll do it on a Friday night,
Yeah.
just before we push it to production.
I'll just do it live on production. It's fine. There we go. Tom leading things off here in end number 6. His Team Verreycken leads Steengoed 7-2. This one is a little on the heavy side. Going to end up in the back of the house. Production is the best test environment. You get instant feedback if you did something wrong. Oh, yes, I am well aware of that. I have been in IT for 25 plus years. I have stories. I have accidentally dropped the production database.
Oops, that's
yep. And was bailed out by the fact that one of the developers had taken a backup of the production database not 15 minutes before I did it, so I think we lost maybe 2 records out of a couple hundred million.
Oh. Man, you could have just screwed the whole project there if that would have been the case.
Yep. And I was part owner of the company, so, I mean, they couldn't fire me, but yeah, they probably wouldn't let me touch code anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did actually have backups as well, but they were only hourly, so we would have lost probably like good 45 minutes worth of data, and may not have been that much more than what we did lose, but even what we lost, we were able to like recreate quickly. So yeah. It was very interesting. Well, let's get back to the more interesting thing. Let's talk about curling.
Yeah, we're still in this game, although 7-2. Chances of Steengoed.
They need to put together an immaculate end just to score 2. I don't think Verreycken is really going to allow them to score much more than that, so they're going to really need to take control of this end.
And there is no kind of power play thing in regular curling, not yet. No, you don't.
They kept them off the sweep, and so that's just going to cruise on by. They wanted that to freeze up against the top, but no call for sweep, and so that ends up frozen up against the back in second shot. So a little bit of I put that one on the skip fault. Blame the skip on that one. Yeah, more mixed doubles ends. Yep, get that center guard one on the back of the button, and just start mucking up the middle. Excellent shot there from Tour. Just get rid of everything. I don't care about anything back behind the tee line. opting for the draw here, try to get behind their guard, start getting something in there.
Yeah, we got the feedback up front that this match wasn't going to be the most exciting one in terms of the scoreboards, but then again, looking at the scoreboards over on sheet A and sheet C, it's
pretty similar, yeah.
Pretty similar, yeah.
This one is curling around. Is that going to stay above T? Nope, just gets a little bit behind. Might be shots?
I don't think so.
No. But it is behind cover, which Don says let's get rid of that one too.
Yeah, and I know Tuur, he likes to throw these heavy stones.
If I wasn't already looking at 3 screens and hitting buttons on all of them, I'd pull out another one and start timing hog-to-hog times to see if he's getting his 7-second peel weight.
Oof.
Oh, it had some weight, but not the contact.
A rare miss here from Team Verreycken. Probably pushed it outside or something.
Now with what does Steengoed do here? I think they're going to try to double up that guard over there, get something in between the 2 yellows, which probably makes sense. Could protect that shot, the second shot stone, and then keeps the red open. They can get at that one later. Feels like it's got decent weight. Is that going to get around? It's starting to go. Sweepers are staying off of it, but that does feel like, oh no, it's lightening up, and that's going to end up on the center line. So,
is that a free center guard for Team Verreycken to use right now?
It is. However, they're just going to peel it away.
Yeah, playing the scoreboard is possible, of course. They really don't need guards. Guards are the friends of the team that wants to score points.
And gets the peel. Ooh, but it jammed on the other yellow. So center guard stays there. Opportunity for Steengoed to get something into shot position behind cover. I'm thinking they're going to try to put something right about here. Would be a nice spot for them. Sweeper staying off it. Although we've seen that come up, hurt them a few times tonight. They've waited too long. I guess this one is quite light, so this is just going to come over and stacks up those guards there. Puts it a little bit in cover behind that one in their second shot, but not very helpful for them, to be honest.
Nope.
Or not as helpful enough. I think they really want to get that one into shot. And that will get all 3 of the yellows moving and out of the house. Great shot from Don.
Yeah, excellent shot there. Well, why don't you just throw a triple takeout? I mean,
let's just get rid of them. Yeah, you know,
I would obviously do that, triple takeout. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if I was out there, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Some people would just go for double takeout. I think that's just leaves an extra stone out there for your opponent to use. That's not something you want, so you might as well do the triple takeouts.
they do have that red to freeze against, which is pretty much their only option at this moment. And this one is going to come up just agonizingly light. That is just not what they wanted. Now it's just an easy peel.
Yeah, you know what the downside is of having just one yellow stone in the house? It takes away the option for Team Verreycken to throw amazing double takeouts and triple takeouts. Now they have to do a boring single takeout, which is totally not impressive at this level.
Just a ho-hum, hit and roll, clean it out, roll it away. Oh my, wow, seen that before. 4 out of 4.
Yeah, I mean, nothing spectacular about this stone.
I mean, the funny thing is, we would be saying this if it was like, you know, Nicholas Adine and Bruce Moat out there doing the same thing. It's like, yep, okay, they're just going to peel this one off, and, you know, like they would. It's ho-hum kind of a thing. So just taking a peek at the voting percentage, some brave soul picked Steengoed.
Yeah.
Well, everybody else chose Team Verreycken, and you know,
Ooh,
that is,
I mean,
nice, but still not shots.
no. But, I mean, if you're going for a freeze and you end up with this stone, that is pretty decent. Not easy to throw that accurate off you.
Oh, now Jeroen will just make sure all of these stones go away.
Yeah, if this is not a blank, you will be extremely disappointed here.
Well, no, because Steengoed has one
Oh yeah,
more
that's
shot.
true. Yeah,
And
that's
I
true.
imagine they're going to at least try to score one. And, oh, even the shooter sticks around, so...
Oh, excellent. I mean, what do you do against this powerhouse here?
Yeah, they are firing at all cylinders, have been for a couple of weeks now, and it does not look like that's going to stop anytime soon. So, Steengoed with the hammer, Wim throwing, just trying to get rid of this shot stone. But I think even if they score one, do you think that they're going to shake hands after this end?
Possibly, yeah.
It's very possible, knowing that Verreycken is not going to allow them to do much more than that.
Yeah, an excellent takeout though, hit and stay. And let's see what will happen right now. Team Verreycken.
Oh, they're setting
huddling.
up, so
They're setting up.
Steengoed is setting up, and I like that. You know, it's like you're not completely out of the water. It's 4 stones with 2 ends to play.
You might as well try.
Anything can happen. You might as well try. So Chris, let's see what Chris's stats have been for today, if I've gotten any of these correct. 9 stones from 8 ends. No, that's...
I like the drawing score.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
But that still doesn't feel right. 6 ends is 12 stones, so something's not registering right with the stats, so I'll have to look into that. As Chris leads things off for Steengoed. Here in end number 7, they trails Team Verreycken 7-3. Oh, I'm going to butcher this, but I think Annemiek says Steengoed rarely gives up.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
yes, that is true. We were talking last night, watching Wipe My Ass against Arctic Foxes, and Dirk couldn't believe that Wipe My Ass kind of shook hands after the 7th, only down by 4, where, you know, why not take the chance? You never know. You've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. I mean, remember how Vedi eventually won against Russia's, also by not giving up and just giving it a try.
Yep.
Now in the doubles, it's slightly easier.
We've almost given up matches where we were comfortably ahead,
Yeah.
and the other team opted not to give up.
Yeah, that's true. You started to ride the relaxy taxi too much, and then the other team was very close to punishing.
Yes.
Also strategy.
Lull them into a false sense of security, and then wham! Now calling for line as this one's gonna over curl. It's going to chip. You might as well open it up a little bit to go after that red if you can.
Now, Christophe de Vries, playing on the other sheet, is part of Team Verreycken, but he is wearing a bright green jersey. Is he making a statement tonight?
That threw me off earlier tonight. I really thought that he was playing with Steengoed when he came into the cafeteria and was like, wait, what's going on there?
Is he trying to taunt his team?
Speaking of, so it comes in nicely. Let's take a look at the other sheets. Castile here, just steal after steal after steal, taking a 6-0 lead over Smeriglockske, while Arctic Foxes gets back to scoring and takes a 7-1 lead over Ramstein into the 6th end. Very happy to see that Castile here a score. That helps us quite a lot against Smeriglockske. Gives them a second loss, gives us a little bit breathing room against them in the race for promotion to A.
I think if Castile here wins against Smeriglockske is out of the race.
And there's a nice double attempt. Doesn't quite get that top red going, but does get hit, rolled, buried, and leaves that red exposed. All right, looking to clear out the middle, possibly peel off or double out that other guard. This feels 7-second-ish. Gets the hit, and ooh, thought he slid it through, but does get the double. I like that.
Now, how many double and triple takeouts did we had tonight over on Verreycken side?
Quite a few. I haven't been counting. Maybe that's something we need to start.
Yeah.
Need to start counting. I need a button for double takeouts or multiple takeouts. I've certainly hit the shot of the match button quite a few times. Now I just have to hope that's still working too. Possibly looking for a corner freeze here. Red is slightly behind the tee line, so getting across, so there it goes. Want to make sure this has enough weight to get down there. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Don trying to give it a little bit of a sweep to get some separation, but you know, it's hard to fault that. But at the same time, you know, they're just going to be able to peel it away because it's not frozen. You can actually see above. Yeah, there's a good half-meter gap there.
Yeah, it's not frozen. It should be frozen the way the Guerre cast is frozen in Karel's fridge. That kind of frozen, but it's not. There is still a wedge in there. Look at Tom sweeping there.
Ooh, gets it on the nose, so that yellow's going to squirt over, but it's... Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm probably giving that the wrong score, but... I'm trying not to make my judgment so subjective, but sometimes it's hard.
With one good guard here, Steengoed could maybe pull off a steal. We've seen Dirk miss a couple of guards. I wonder what his stats would be, but we've seen a couple of misses on his side so far. Needs to curl. Excellent guards.
That one I like.
Yep.
It will improve the stats, and it does look like hits aren't tracking, so I have to check that. It does. That puts it in a spot they needed it. But seeing that 44% number on Dirk's draws, that's concerning. That feels a bit low for him. It's not a good night. I know he's capable of much better than that. Just noticed that Christoph has now taken off his green sweater, so it's even more confusing. He has to curl over, that will catch it, and unfortunately jams on the other. But does get rid of the center guard, and that's the most important thing, so going to put up another one.
See if Dirk can pull off a second one. Always nice if you get to throw the same stone twice in a row.
I think we need to add a button, a setup button for our camera specifically for Dirk, so that you just press it and they go instantly to this. There's no slow, it's as fast as possible. Everybody gets seasick, but then we get Dirk. We don't have to miss Dirk sliding out.
Yeah,
it's a nice draw there.
Yeah. And also a repetition on the Verreycken side, taking out the guards.
Let's see what Don has been doing tonight. 75%. He has only thrown one draw. Yeah. In the seventh end, he's only thrown one stone. So, yeah, something is very wrong.
Was it tested, John, your software?
Yes, but I don't know what's going on. Probably the update screwed something up, because I can't mute you. I can mute myself, though, so... There's all sorts of little gremlins I'll have to look at after the stream ends. Jams again on the yellow, but does get rid of that center guard. So according to my broken system, that still does not count as a hit, so still sitting with the one stone thrown in the entire match. Wim sitting above 59%, almost 60% on his draws tonight. So at least we have that one stat. We can see how everybody's drawing. This one is light, though. It's got to at least get over the hog and sit on the center line. It's going to over curl though.
Yeah, it was like sweeping just to get it over, but then slightly over swept it and therefore let it over curl. And now opportunities here for Verreycken to reach the shot stone. Yeah, if you're Steengoed, you know you're playing the long game. If you have to throw 4 perfect guards in a row, sometimes you have no choice.
Adjustment to the ice there. Don't think we're going to see a huge weight on this one, but you never know. If they were throwing takeouts, they said they might throw peels out all the time, but this doesn't really call for a peel. I don't think you want to practice things that don't really come into effect. So yeah, probably just control weight. Trying to get this to curl over. That's plenty around the guard. And that is going to be plenty on that back stone, on the shot stone, and slides over back of the thing, back of the house.
Yeah. And leaves Steengoed with one more option. That's come around, I guess.
Yep. That's all they can do. Looking at it, I'm hearing takeout.
Yeah, they're opting for a hit and roll.
Okay. So I'm not sure I love this, but at the same time, there is a bit of a damage control.
It's a curious thing, because if we do this with takeout tigers, Dirk would always say, oh, why do you guys always see takeouts? Why don't you just draw? Why are you kind of dismissing the obvious draw? But here's proof that Steengoed would also go for hit and roll options.
Oh, this one's inside. Is it gonna hit? It
looks good, but it will.
That might roll too far.
Yeah,
it does a jam on the back and sits down. Don, did you keep it in? Well, not in the screen. Oh, nope. That is sitting.
There's second shots.
So draw for 2, and I think that was handshakes no matter what happens. They Steengoed had to score in order to do this, and trailing by 5 or 6, depending on if Jeroen finds the 8-foot, is always a tough comeback against Team Verreycken.
Yeah, I think this is GG.
Yep. Final stone here of end number 7. Tour and Tom just kind of making sure this one gets down. And that one is going to settle in somewhere in the house. Maybe? Yes, in the 8-foot.
Even trying to make it close. And there it is. Handshakes. Congrats to Team Verreycken for winning one more. And I remember they always had the goal of leaving the Belgian Curling League with a perfect record of all wins. It hasn't happened so far. There was always at least one team forcing a tie. Maybe this season that could work. But no surprises here. We both won our predictions, but I guess everybody except for that one sole brave person won that prediction. Bino is also here. Go Steengoed. Bummer. Yeah, maybe Bino was the one. The last man standing for
a little bit late, but welcome in, Bina. Yeah, this is this was over. Mats did the Steengoed. You know, sometimes you've got to take the risk, and maybe I was poisoned. We don't know. And there is Jeroen putting up the final score in the 7th for Karma, and I think that's going to bring us back into the booth here. Well, I mean, that's what we expected from Team Verreycken. You know, they were going to just do their thing, play the game, and really put the pressure on Steengoed. Steengoed seemed to just kind of struggle with the weight, not really finding the adjustments needed to get some of the lines in play. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times I hit the highlight button for capturing a multiple takeout from Team Verreycken, so I'll have a lot of video to go through after this weekend.
Yeah, and one question to ask here: how well did Dan do as a skip, replacing Timo? And follow-up question: should Timo fear for his spot here at Team Verreycken? Is that a probably not?
Probably not. No,
No.
no. Yeah, so that's been it for us. We've got some more curling tomorrow night. Pim and his wife Annemiek will be playing mixed doubles, and I will be doing a solo commentary. So hopefully it will be as acceptable to everybody. I've got a little bit of practice, and then on Sunday night, Take Out Tigers facing off against the Castile Hera. Castile Hera winning tonight, or leading tonight, 6-0 from the last check of the scoreboard. So they're going to be a tough matchup, but. Thank you, everybody who tuned in, who took part in the voting. I'm glad to see that's working. At least something is working right. I will have to take a look at the statistics, and I'll get that up and ready for tomorrow night as well. But thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Become a member. Help us support us financially. Buy a T-shirt. Go to the shop, which I don't have a link for. Darn it, it's shop.curdia.tv. We have T-shirts, and soon we will be having other merchandise coming out. We will let you know when those drop. But for now, thank you for watching. Goodbye.
John is looking for the button.
I don't know where my button is anymore. Oh my God, I have so many buttons. There. Still going, by the way.